Okay, so this is our green waste compost, which is also used by the people from the neighbourhood.
This is something that I'm used to seeing, you know, the typical green waste organics going in there and breaking down.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of this stuff that's just getting carted to landfill, and that's just crazy, you know.
It is. So people can come in from the street and just put their compost. The greens.
Yep. They can even turn it if they want to.
Yeah, I reckon you'd be more than happy for you to have it turned over. How long does it last before before it turns into compost here?
Well, we try to get it turned at least twice a week,
yeah.
And that will obviously speed up the process.
Exactly.
You know, so.
Okay. So about what, 2 months, 3 months it's ready, if not earlier?
Yeah, I'd say 3 months, yeah. So people pay good money to go to the gym, you know. They can come here for nothing and turn to compost.
Just leave a shovel and a pitchfork there for them, folks, because after a couple of months, or at least about 3 months, I suppose, it'll look like this stuff over here. Now, I heard you've also got a worm farm going on here.
Yeah, well,
Is it active?
We've got a couple, as a matter of fact.
Have you?
So, we've got some that are just made out of car tyres.
Yeah? I haven't seen that done before. Can you show me that one?
No worries. A few different bits of pieces to the whole setup.
Well, you've got timber on top, mesh on top.
Doormat.
Yeah.
And then the worms are in here, so you can see some of the little ones just poking around there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
We're given the message you just can use recycled materials, you know, rather than having to go and buy something off the shelf.
Exactly,
you know. Creativity.
Exactly. And it looks cool too, second-hand tyres.
Yeah.
Come on, show me your talent. Go on, there he goes.
Ooh.
Look at that, the roots haven't quite grown yet.
I don't know if he's going to like that, but yeah.
Well, that hole's a little bit big for that little plant there. Here, let's cover it up. There you go. I think you're talented enough. Your thumbs are pretty green at the moment, even though they look a little bit brown.
There we are.
Yeah, well, that's still standing up straight. Mate, let's get this happening, get them all planted out and we'll move on, eh? What do you reckon? Let's go. We've just finished planting out the beautiful garden bed here with all these different veggies. Now we're going to mulch it, is that right?
Yeah, we don't want to leave the soil nude, so let's get it covered with some lucerne.
Get a bit cold there, wouldn't it? That's the lucerne?
Yep.
Let's do it. There you go, folks. Planting with Vasili and Paul here down at Port Phillip Ecocentre. Now, the lucerne, what benefits do we get from the lucerne?
Oh, so like us, the soil doesn't want to be nude. The lucerne's going to give it a bit of...
That's a personal choice there, mate. I know some people out there
in
don't
public,
mind it.
this is a community eco-centre.
That's right. Go on. Okay,
so yeah, it's going to function a little bit as an insulation and a slow breakdown of nutrients into our lovely soil.
Yeah, and help keep a little bit of moisture in there too, stop the soil from crusting over. Not that I think it would anyway, but this is fantastic. So plant away in your garden, do it today, get out there. What are you doing with all these? What are these? Olive oil bottles or containers?
My motto is there's opportunity in chaos, right? So all of these wheelie bins we're going to get chucked out by the council, actually recycled, taken away and melted down, turned into other plastic objects.
Sure, yeah. There's all these houses here, they're looking for their bins now. You've just cut them off in half and just lined them up here. No one can tell the difference.
Come on.
All right, so these were going to be recycled, but you've had a bit of use for them.
That's right, so it's a free material that we can make use of. And we were looking for a way to farm water ribbons, which are a bush tucker plant, that if you were going to get them, the restaurants want them because they're delicious. You bake them, the tubers on the roots. Yeah. Fantastic, but if you're going to get them, you're going to have to go and dig up the Merry Creek.
Okay.
It's probably full of all sorts of contaminants, or you've got to travel, hundreds of kilometres out of town to get them. The basis is if you can grow these successfully, quite, within a couple of kilometres of the restaurant.
I love you.
That's right, and we're using the worm juice to feed the water ribbons.
Okay.
And just growing them in bluestone ballast, 7mm aggregate.
Yeah.
As you can see in the
stuff here. That's it. That's all it is. Nothing else, and just a little bit of worm juice,
which makes it easy to harvest them because you just pull them up.
You're not willing to pull one up for Vasili, are you?
Not for anybody. Not even you.
Oh, check it out.
Maybe you should chuck it in the wok and see what happens, eh?
You reckon?
Why not?
Why not? Well, we've got the bread and the pumpkin soup going on there. A little bit of water ribbon wouldn't go astray. Tell me, what have you done with this? Once upon a time, it used to be a willy bin.
Yeah, this is Paula's invention. It's basically a wicking bed. So we're looking at growing ideas that people can put on their balconies.
Okay, so a wicking bed. Explain what a wicking bed is. We've got raised garden beds, we've got pots and all that. This is a wicking bed.
Yeah, I guess it's the idea, as I understand it, is watering from the bottom up.
All right, so how does it work? Explain the concept, the construction of it.
Well, it's got this hose going right down to the bottom.
That's a slotted hose, so that actually allows moisture to travel through. And
I haven't actually seen how this was put together, but the idea is, though, that the water can go down there and then percolate up through, or like capillary action, I suppose, up through the soil. Yeah, it's a very deluxe model, this one, I tell you.
I like it. Just needs its wheels back. From me, Vasili, wicking beds, mate.
It's a really good idea.
It is. You're full of it. I really love the artwork here. Jeez, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's too good, really, for what the subject's about, you know, because we've really... It's creative, but it's basically letting people know what's floating around in the bay. All of this stuff was found on the beaches in the top of Port Phillip Bay and the Yarra.
You're kidding?
No, that's right. It's all come from out of our waterways.
Lord. My God, all this stuff was picked up from the bay, the beach, and killed the Yarra.
Yeah, it didn't take long to find it either, and this is only a small proportion of what was collected. But Carmel, who the artist,
there's my thong. I've been looking for that.
It's a beauty, isn't it? Yeah. The reality is, in the Pacific Ocean, there's a soup. It's about as big as Victoria, floating around where this sort of stuff's being carried there by the ocean currents. And
so it's just collecting.
Yeah.
Recycle your products, people. Don't allow this to happen. If this is going into our oceans, can you imagine what it's doing to our ecosystem, our environment? It's a no-no. Plastic.
It all comes down to human behaviour. We can do better than this, I reckon.
I think so. Is it nearly done? What's going on?
Ready to rock.
Check it out.
Yeah, righto.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll come out of the oven.
Ah, look at that. And I
left
left
some ginger.
Yeah?
Whacked it all in the pot.
It's all done.
Blended
It's
it all
ready.
up.
It's a nice pumpkin soup. That's ready to go. And I don't even need my teeth. I can take them out then, eh? Because it's all nice and creamy. Is the bread ready too?
Looks pretty ready to me.
Oh! We've got the pumpkin soup ready. We've got our bread ready. We've got our lemon delicious pudding. Is that correct, what it is? It's not a pudding, is it?
Yeah, lemon and grapefruit.
And grapefruit. Delicious. So we're going to serve that, sit back and have a great feast. Oh, I can't wait.
Look what I got for you,
Give me
mate.
2 servings, please. Oh, Greek-style yogurt!
Which you can use in the soup and on the dessert. Very versatile. And actually it was used in the beetroot dip that we whipped
And that's
up
beetroot from the garden too.
straight from the garden.
Oh, we're going to have a beautiful feast now. We've had a wonderful time out here at Port Phillip Ecocentre in St Kilda with the lovely volunteers. And Neil himself, he's got his guitar ready. Now they're going to dance a Zorba for us. You reckon they can do it? But remember, get involved with your local community. Grow your own, cook it yourself, and stop using that bloody plastic. Maresi, see you next week.